Hi everybody, it's Dimitri Bilgir with your daily facilitation tip. Today I'd like to talk about handling the problem of I get it in my head but not in my heart. This is something that you'll see with people where they've had a problem and they've really thought about the problem, and maybe they've got coaching and feedback about the problem so they know what to do, but they don't feel congruent inside. They don't feel like they really are the person who can make that change. Like this, you often see like somebody who's in a relationship with someone and they know the relationship is bad for them, right? They know it. They get it in their head, but they don't get it in their heart. Or, they know in their head that they're lovable, but they don't get it in their heart. Or they're like, oh, I overeat all the time, and I know why. I know I overeat because I feel like I don't, like I'm unloved and alone. And they get that in their head, but they don't get it in their heart, so they're not really able to change things. And so what I want to help you with in this video, and for yourself too, because you may have experienced it, I want to help you with that because there's a very simple solution to it, which in a lot of ways is the core of the work that I do. Now, I remember once I heard somebody say that if you want to curse somebody, give them some truth about themselves so they get it in their head and not in their heart. And they will just go through life confused and disoriented. And that happens to a lot of people who know things in their head, but they don't know it in their heart. So what's the solution for that? Well, here's how it comes about, really, right? When we have a problem, our first move is to try and avoid it, generally. Well, I've got this emotional upset or this relationship that's not working or whatever. I'm just not going to think about it. Now, when that stops working, we go to sort of our second stage, which is I'm going to try and figure out how to fix it. So that's when we come up with a plan. We make a pro and con list. We go to people, we get coaching, we create the 5-step plan for solving this, for helping you get out of this abusive relationship or not eating when you're depressed or whatever it is. But that's all in our head. And then what we find is we're not able to enact it because it's in our head and not in our heart. So the solution for this is pretty straightforward. The solution for this is love. Specifically, it's love for the part of you that feels like you're stuck with this problem even though you have all this great advice and even though you know what to do, right? If you're in a relationship where you feel like you shouldn't be in it and you know that in your head but you don't know it in your heart, the way out of that is to bring love to the part of yourself that feels like you have no choice but to be in this relationship. It's your only option for love, even though you know you shouldn't do it. When you bring love to that part, then your head and heart start to come into alignment and you start to shift into somebody who can take all that wonderful action that you've planned out but are not able to do it. Or if you're, you overeat because you feel lonely, but you do it anyway. When you start bringing love to the part of yourself that feels like, look, I have no choice but to overeat. It's my only option. When you start bringing love to that part, then you'll start to see new options. And you'll start to have some alignment between your head and your heart, and you'll be able to actually do the things that you know that you ought to do. And if we're working with other people, occasionally have somebody who will work with you who will say, I know something in my head and not my heart. This is your move. Find the part of them that feels like they're stuck with the old way that their head knows they shouldn't be like, and help them love that part of themselves that says, I know I shouldn't be this way, but I am. When they really get a full dose of, look, it's okay that you are the way you are. I have compassion and love for you that you are the way you are, from some part of themselves, from their sense of their higher power, from whatever it might be. When they really get that, that's when they'll start to feel that head-heart alignment and be able to move forward with their lives. So just a real quick one today, but I wanted to have that because it will come up where people have this, I have it in my head, not in my heart. And the solution's not obvious, but now that you've got it, you'll be able to do it. Okay, everybody, I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.